What about my love? Wasn't it enough? Just let me know.
The randomizer has spoken. It is Jeff, then me, then Vic, then Sora this week.
Oh dear Lord. Well,
let's go, Vic. We avoided the drugs today.
Do I start with Chicago? Do I start with Chicago or do I start? Hey, did I freeze or something?
Yeah. Your camera is on the most sinister look. Oh, we gotta add it to the memes. Don't move.
No.
Don't add it. This is the perfect meme to say explain yourself, sir.
That's my line.
Yeah, you know you done messed up, right?
Well, technically it's your line, but I think I'm the one that paid it because I keep saying it.
The memes is that look you make when your wife calls you to bed early.
All right, I'm back. All right, I should be back.
Yeah, there you go.
But now, all right, we good now? Everything good?
That's the hello there.
Yeah.
Oh God, let me just get this out the way. I guess I'll start with Chicago. Justin Fields will have a pretty decent year. It'll be somewhat in the step in the right direction, but I feel like they're about a year away.
And before you continue, Jeff, it goes Chicago, Detroit, Green Bay, and Minnesota. And on all of these, it goes from the two at the top and then the two at the bottom.
Thank you. So Chicago, I've got them at 7-10. Their losses will be against Kansas City, Denver, Washington, Minnesota, Chargers, my Saints, Detroit, Minnesota again, Cleveland, and Arizona.
Ooh.
That's just how I feel about Chicago right now. That's how I feel. I don't think Justin Fields, he's gonna have a monster year. I have questions on the defensive side of the ball on that one. So that's why I'm not giving them a winning record. Still have a lot of questions. Gotta prove it to me. Now, the team I have winning this division is the Detroit Lions, going from the hunted to biting off kneecap to now being the NFC North champions.
Bro, my cat did that to me the other day. I looked at her, I said, "You gonna watch a Dan Campbell conferences? What's happening here?"
I mean, I like what they're building. Jared Goff coming off of a pretty spectacular finish. I know they lost both their running backs. I still feel like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jared Goff will do quite well, and I want to see Aiden Hutchinson take the next step forward on the defensive side of the ball. I know, yes, the Detroit Lions players have a lot of gambling issues. They need to deal with that, but the losses I have for the Detroit Lions, they'll lose to Kansas City, Baltimore, Dallas, and Minnesota. So I got the Detroit at 13-4, actually. My bad. Next up, we have the Green Bay Packers.
Hold up. Before you say what's your face? Hayden, prepare yourself.
I got them at 4-13.
God, Jesus Christ!
I have no faith. Jordan Love's got to show me something. Their receiving core, I think it was just basically Aaron Rodgers making that receiving core well. I have no faith in Christian Watson doing what he does. Aaron Jones, yeah, he's a good player. Will they use him well? Will he tone down on the fumbling? They have to be determined. Their wins, I have a better chance telling you who they're gonna beat. Atlanta, the Vegas Raiders, the Giants, and the Buccaneers. And I have no faith in Green Bay. 4-13.
You just disrespecting the Bucs like this? Hold up.
I'm a Saint fan, so sorry. I have no faith in the Buccaneers. Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings, led by Kirk family member, and they don't have Dalvin Cook, but they do have one of the best wide receivers who's literally going to get covered up like a blanket by Jair Alexander. But that's a different story. I got the Minnesota Vikings at 10-7.
Okay.
I got them at 10-7. Their losses are going to be to the Philadelphia Eagles, the Kansas City Chiefs, the 49ers, the Denver Broncos, the Raiders as an upset, Cincinnati, and Detroit. If any of those turn into prime time, I'm going to probably add. I should probably add more to that.
Like just Detroit the one time. So what? 5-1 in the division.
Detroit one time. I have the Lions winning the division.
Did you have? What were the Lions' 4 losses again? Was any of them in the division?
4 losses in the Minnesota. They'll split with Minnesota.
So they're
Okay, but
running
they'll
the
get the
gamut
tiebreaker.
on the
Okay. I just wanted to. Oh God, I'm turning into Hayden now.
Minnesota, I think the Dalvin Cook loss is going to really hurt them. Kirk Cousins will get you enough to get you some wins, but not really take you over the top. Yes, they have Justin Jefferson. Yes, they have one of my favorite tight ends, and TJ Hawkinson. Oh, wait, it's a Hawkinson. All right, you know what?
A Hawkins sauce.
All about that
No,
Hawkinson.
hold on. Jeff, put the suit back on. It's brand manager time, bro. Hawkins. Somebody get TJ Hawkinson on the phone. He needs to make his own like hot sauce and call it Hawkins sauce. This man Jeff is a genius.
Listen, we're adding both these together. You can't have your Peter skins without your Hawkins sauce.
Yeah, I'm about to say you can't have Peter skins without your Hawkins sauce.
Facts. Facts.
We need to put this on a show. Why are we not on the phones right now?
TJ Hawkins sauce is he's gonna have a monster year. Probably a 1,000-yard receiver on the tight end aspect. Him and Justin Jefferson about 1,000. But I have questions about the running game and then the defense side of the ball. Minnesota, yeah, we'll lose to Philly, Kansas City, San Francisco. Yep. 10-7, might be fighting for a wild card, but yeah, that is my NFC North predictions. You guys have any? I know Hayden is just looking at me like, how dare you? How dare you have 4-13? Hayden, show me something. Show me something.
Show me the money.
He said,
He's like, come on, sucker. Show me something. Show me something, Jordan Love. Because right now I just don't see it.
I just want to know where I can buy some Hawkins sauce, bro.
So what are we giving Jeff?
I forgot we had this scaling.
Oh my lord! Come on.
I'm not mad at the list.
I'm not mad at
Detroit
it.
won a lot more games than I thought they would win, but I'm not mad here.
I would say Detroit definitely a lot more than I would have had. Minnesota a little less than I would have had, but it's a 2.
Yeah, listen, I'm in the middle between
bad.
2 and 3. I'm not hating. Like I said, I can see it happen.
I would say 3 is hating.
Oh,
I don't remember.
We're between 1 and 2. I apologize.
I don't remember why. I don't remember why I made that face, but I was disgusted with whatever was going on.
You got a lot of faith in Detroit having that record. I will tell you that.
Yeah.
I like what I
Running
see.
back situations up in the air.
So,
The wide receiver situation is up in the air. The defense is up in the air. There's a lot of question marks in Detroit. I'm not saying they're going to be the
with
worst.
Detroit having that 13-4. Where position wise are they in the NFC? What seed would they have been?
They're winning the division. Oh shoot!
So 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I would probably say 2 because I think I had the Eagles.
Okay.
I have the Eagles probably getting the number 1 seed.
Okay.
Yeah, Philly, yeah. I had 14 and 3. I would give the Detroit Lions 13-4. So probably 2 or 3.
I'm giving you a 1. Eagles winning the division.
Yeah.
1.
You get it a 1.5 now.
You were here last week when I made my NFC East predictions.
No, I know, but I didn't know what your South and your West was, so I just.
When we get to the South,
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Position or ranking wise, I didn't know which seed you had them at 2, 3, or 4.
Off the top of my head, South probably going to be the 4th seed. South Winners probably going to be the 4th seed. The East 1, North 2, West 3. It's going to be close though because that West I've yet to do the NFC West. That division. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right, Dante.
Dante.
Let's see Chef Dante.
That's right.
All right. So I have the Bears
Bears.
at 12-5.
12-5. Ooh.
Manny is happy.
I was about to say, is this Manny's list? What's happening here?
No, I think they totally turned around their team this offseason. And I don't think it's anything to scoff at. Offensive line improved. Hey, Dante, the Oregon pick to win the Pac-12 was solid. Appreciate you, man. But anyways, I got them losing. I got them winning against Green Bay on the opener, and I got them losing to Tampa Bay because I think Tampa Bay is going to be a little bit better than what people give them credit for.
Thank you, Dante.
Then they lose to Kansas City, and then they go on a winning streak. They go on a 4-game winning streak against Denver, Washington, Minnesota, and Las Vegas. And then this is where they had their toughest game against the Chargers. I mean, everybody knows how I feel about the Chargers, but I think the Chargers are going to be really damn good too. And their bye week's really late, and that's the one thing that kills them. Is they're going to have to go through a gauntlet of teams. I mean, Chargers, New Orleans, Carolina, Detroit, and Minnesota is probably the hardest 5-game stretch right there after they're coming off a win against Las Vegas. But got them 12-5. I think they're going to be better. I think Justin Fields is going to insert his freaking dominance this year. DJ Moore, I don't know if you guys seen the highlight. I wish it came out right after I did my training camp highlights, but my man DJ Moore out there with a hoodie, bro. He don't care. I'm like, a hoodie, bro? It's summertime right now. He don't care. They upgraded everywhere, man. It's hard to not say that they're going to be better. I think Eberflus is going to be better. I think, he's going to be a really good coach for Justin Fields, just the way that he's been patient with that team as well. But where things really improved was their defense and, of course, that offensive line. So that's just going to help out all the way around. As long as Justin Fields is healthy, they'll be okay for sure. The Lions are going to be a SOB in this division too. I think this is the most competitive division in football outside of Green Bay, which you'll see my record there. But I think it's a slow progression for the Lions. I think they still make the playoffs, of course, with an 11-6 record. But I think it's a very slow, gradual. Every single week they're squeaking out wins. They start out the gate going to Kansas City, and they're going. I don't even think that game's gonna be close.
No way.
But then they play Seattle, Atlanta, Green Bay, Carolina, which are 4-game winning streak. And I also think that they lose to Tampa Bay as well. I think after that 4-game winning streak, they're gonna need a team that they're gonna overestimate, and I think Tampa Bay is gonna be that team. And then they're gonna go because they're gonna be so mad at losing to Tampa Bay, they're gonna go to Baltimore and win there. And then Las Vegas, I think Las Vegas is probably going to be the worst team in the NFL this year.
The Cardinals.
But 11-6, they got a pretty good bye week right there in the middle of their schedule too, which will help them reset. But they're a young team, and they're going to need to get their stuff together. And I think not this year, but 2024, if they keep most of those pieces there, and if the transition from Jared Goff to Hendon Hooker is what we expect it to be, they're gonna be. we ain't gonna be talking about the Lions in the same breath, man. To be completely honest with you, Brian Branch right now, is gonna probably get majority of the snaps until CJ gets back. And that's going to be crazy too, because that's going to be good for his development. Not to find a negative in the positive, but when a guy goes down, another guy's got to step up in that position, which only gives him more snaps. So that's good for him that he was able to get more reps with him being gone. Now let's get to the Dookie Berries of the division, is the freaking Green Bay Packers. I probably gave them more credit than I was supposed to, but it's not because of the fortitude of Jordan Love. Let me just be very, very frank with you guys. I don't like Jordan Love. I think he's going to suck. I think this would be his first and last year as a Green Bay Packers quarterback. And I believe the last 4 of the games that Sean Clifford's going to come in and be on a 4-game win streak. Not on a 4-game, but a 3 out of 4 game win streak. I think they'll win against Tampa Bay. I think they'll win against Carolina, lose to Minnesota, and then get an unlikely win against Chicago at the end, because I think they're going to rest their starters. But Sean Clifford's going to be their quarterback going into the next year.
Hey.
Hold on. Can we get the gif up of the monkey on life support? I'm hearing a flat white noise in the local Wisconsin area. Can we get Chopper 5 on that?
Yeah.
Hayden, let's be real. Jordan Love's got to show us something. Show me something.
That dude's gonna be trash, man. This will not be a repeat of Aaron Rodgers.
It is a good thing he was not on the show today.
Then again, if the Packers suck this year, they have a plethora of quarterbacks coming up in this draft.
And here's where it hurt me, because y'all know how high I was on Minnesota, but they got a lot of growing pains, man. I I think Justin Jefferson is going to be knocked down a peg. I think Kirk Cousins is going to be knocked down a peg. Losing Dalvin Cook was one of the worst things that happened to them because I do not believe in Alexander Madison whatsoever like other people do. I think Jordan Addison is going to have a really good year. TJ Hawkinson will have a good year. But that defense is still strugglies, man. Still strugglies. I don't.
Who's their playmaker on
Harrison
defense?
Harrison Smith.
Harrison Smith and what else?
That's it.
What else what you got there?
That's pretty much it. I'm telling you, that boy Ivan Pace Jr. ain't gonna make the team.
No.
He's not gonna make it out. He's not gonna be the savior. But no. To be real though, I just think they're gonna be in a rock and a hard place because again, they're gonna be the beneficiaries of such two good teams on the rise, two young teams on the rise, while they have an older team in some areas, and people are gonna be gunning to shut down Justin Jefferson. I honestly think the stats between Justin Jefferson, this is a hot take, but I think the stats between Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison are going to be so close that people are going to be like, what the hell happened to Justin Jefferson? I think they're going and then all that talk that we've been saying about Jamar Chase being really, really good, people are going to see what we're talking about because the dude's a beast. But this is my record predictions, man. What say you?
I mean, you've got
I-
actual weapons now, other than just Jefferson. So I could definitely see him not getting
Zadarius Smith
many
is
targets.
Zadarius Smith is not on the Vikings anymore. Eric Kendricks is not on the Vikings anymore. Danielle Hunter's in a contract thing right now that he's probably not going to want to take another pay cut because he's already taken like 2 or 3 since he's been there. Yeah,
he's
I don't see this.
potentially
Like, I don't hate it. You're a bit high on Chicago. You're a bit high on Chicago. I need to. That defense I have concern about. Justin Fields. Oh, he's gonna have a monster year. I have concerns and questions on the defensive side of the ball with the Chicago Bears. Other than that,
literally my reasoning why.
I think in my head before I filled this out was way different than what I have right here.
That's fair.
So. But this is me being logical, which I didn't take a logical approach to a lot of teams last year, and I was right about a lot, and I was way more wrong about others. So I'm taking my analytical approach to this because it seems
I was right a lot, but I was also wrong a lot too.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, when we do the South, the passion is gonna come out. The passionate side.
I believe it.
Oh yeah.
I just think with Chicago, that was the only thing that surprised me because one of their main issues from last year this year, they haven't really upgraded that offensive line. That offensive line is the same as last year. It produces the same. We're going to look at the same amount of record around that area. Minnesota, decent. I'm saying Minnesota's pretty much The one thing I will say, and I'll bring it up when I come up, is their defense is changed.
You're up right now.
Rick, it's all you.
Look at that. We'll start off with the Bears, where, like I just said, I think 12-5, maybe 2. I have them at 8-9. I have the Bears losing to the Chiefs. Broncos.
It's a hard one to predict, man.
Yeah, it is because, like I said, the offensive line. I think they made an upgrade with wide receiver, running back. I think they're always going to be good, but again, that offensive line scares me because it's so bad. It's okay to get away with a couple of linemen that aren't up to par, but when everyone on your line is questionable, I don't see many wins coming out of that team. Defense with Eberflus, they'll do better in the second year under him, but a lot relies on Justin Fields. A lot is said about his potential and talent. He has yet to prove it, so we have to see what he can do this year. I think it's an increase from last year. I think he'll improve. I think people will say, in year 3, that's where we're going to see the Justin Fields that everyone believes that that he is. But for season 2, we're going to see some improvement, but not totally where you want him to be. So again, 8-9 for the Chicago Bears. Next up, we got the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions, like we talked about it before, I think there's issues at the running back position. There's, issues with wide receiver. We have one good wide receiver, but after that, we have issues with, following the rules in the NFL. Some players won't be there. We have some players that, due to injury might not be there. We lost our tight end, but we have a rookie, so it may take time for him to acclimate. So there's some issues with Detroit. I think, they'll play hard as they always will. They have a great coach, but I don't think it'll be enough. So I got them at 9-8. The teams they'll lose to: the Chiefs, Seahawks, Ravens, Chargers, Bears, Broncos, Vikings, and the Packers. Shout out to you. And speaking of the Packers, let's get to it right now. Let's rip off that Band-Aid. I got them at 7-10.
Okay.
Not as
Okay.
low as others, not as high though.
I think Vic's list so far is the most realistic. I
So
mean,
far? I mean,
it's a 1 so far for me. I think some of our biases played into it a little bit, but
No, no.
this could realistically be the most competitive division in football. So
Definitely. I think with the transition to Jordan Love, it's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy. The wide receivers, Hayden, I seen your Twitter. I know you love Dobbs and you think he's going to be that number 1 guy, but it's going to take time. Christian Watson, as flawed as he is, might be the best receiver you have right now. It's going to take everyone some time. That running game will help them out. That defense will definitely help them out. But again, I don't think that offense is going to be.
I just want to say this man Hayden has not responded ever since Jeff's prediction. I legit think we did kill him.
Listen, when you see me go like this, it was flatline.
No, that's what I was saying. I was like, we need to get Chopper 5 at his house ASAP.
I mean, if you think my predictions are bad, I've heard from Tony's. I'll wait on.
Oh,
that.
Tony had them at 3 and 14, and I would.
I got his list. I got the other ones. We're gonna react to them.
I won't spoil. I apologize. I'm sorry.
So Hayden, like I said, it's not a terrible season, but you have to understand your team is in a transition. Now, what goes on after this season? There's going to be a lot of turmoil because you have your running backs up for some contracts. You have some wide receiver that'll still be working in. We don't know what the status of that quarterback is. So this is going to be a growing pain season for the Packers. 10-7 isn't bad for what's going on. Now, lastly, who I have winning the division, the Minnesota Vikings. As we discussed before, the loss of Dalvin Cook will take effect. The loss of Adam Thielen will, I think, hurt the most for Kirk Cousins. Jordan Addison, I understand, great player, but he already got 1 strike against him. That's not good coming into the season. Then when you talk about that defense, I think it will play better. The biggest issue with Minnesota's defense last year was Ed Donatel. Let's be honest. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. They had to move on from him. I think Brian Flores is going to revamp that defense. They're going to play more soundly. They're going to play better. They're going to help this team because that offense is going to struggle. Kirk Cousins, listen, I understand you throw for yardage for days, but it might not be enough, but it'll be enough to win the division. So I got them at 11-6. Teams they will lose to: the Chargers, Chiefs, Bears, Bengals, Lions, and the Broncos.
All right.
You said, wait, did you go back? Which ones you say for the Vikings? Who do you think they lose?
Chargers, Chiefs, Bears, Bengals, Lions, Broncos.
Bengals, Lions, and the Broncos. Interesting.
Broncos will be a surprise team.
You have the Vikings beating the Eagles? I'm kind of surprised.
I do have the Vikings beating the Eagles. That's going to be the revenge game because as we
I look like a clown.
Before, I think the Eagles offensively are going to take some time to get things going.
The thing that goes in your favor.
That's a week 2 game, so the Vikings can take advantage.
For some reason, it's in prime time, and prime time Kirk Cousins. I don't know what that is.
I'll say this: Kirk Cousins does have an issue with prime time, but like I said, because of the issues that the Eagles have.
Hang on, I'm about to screenshot the face Dante is making. That needs to be a new ranking. That's 1 right there. That's 1 right there.
Oh, that
is definitely a 1 right there.
That demon look just
this a 1. This a 1. Soda!
It's me. All right. Yeah, this one was definitely hard to judge, especially with the Bears. Because I do have them at 5-12. The only reasoning, listen, Justin Fields is gonna cook. There's no doubt about that. But I'm with Vic. Besides, what's his face? And I can't remember him from the O-line. But everybody else has pretty much changed positionings. The only one that hasn't was left tackle Braxton Jones. He's the only one that's remained from last year, O-line, position-wise. That's literally the only reason. Their defense, yes, Manny, I agree with you because I saw you say it earlier. What's its face? All their linebacking, all of their linebackers could 100% be starters. I have questions with the O-line. I have questions with just defensive I have questions with both lines, and also besides DJ Moore, I mean, I should say DJ Moore and Equanimous St. Brown when he's healthy. Chase
Say that
Claypool,
10 times fast.
I
Equi-
refuse.
Equanimous St.
They
Brown.
did just.
I
They
couldn't
did
even
just
say
say
it once, apparently.
Shout out to the parents who thought of that.
So, I mean, it's Mr. Burns.
The
And
team
hey,
structure on that picture.
they did sign that
Listen,
tight end Cole Kmet.
Justin
for-
Fields is still going to do very, very well. But again, it's just, I feel like it's going to take time. I feel like he needs another receiver
O-line and
because
defense.
besides St. Brown and DJ Moore, let's be honest, who are we relying on? Chase Claypool? Come on, man.
He spends more time on TikTok than he does on the field. I mean,
Exactly.
I'm about to replace all the team icons. Actually, I got this flipped around. Hold on. Let me take this one off. I know who to put there.
Oh, listen, trust me. Justin Fields at Ohio State. We already know. That is true. Again, Justin Fields is going to be very good, but it's just his O-line besides left tackle are all going to be either new positions, or new players from different teams.
Yeah.
And then again, defense, they've got good players, but it's also going to I feel like it's going to take some time. And again, they've got their bye week isn't until week 13. I feel like Fields is going to miss a couple of few. I feel like Fields is going to miss some times because again, week 13 bye, that's deadly. At that point, you need to add 2 bye weeks in the NFL. Lions, I got at 10-7. Let me just double check and make sure. Okay, yeah. Lions was 10-7. Hold up. I'm curious to see what picture Dante has for the Lions.
All right, keep going. I got you.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought okay. So Lions, I think they could actually, just because of the whole opening night curse, I guess, they might have a chance to beat the Chiefs. That could be a W. I feel like that could be a W more than people want to admit. I mean, they're gonna have a good stretch of games. I think they'll probably lose a couple of the later ones near the ending of the season. And I do believe that they can become the 7th seed. Defense might take a couple of time. They did lose both their running backs, replaced them, so that could be a bit iffy. You got gambling problems on your receiving core. That's going to hurt you. But yeah, I do think that they can make it into the wild card and steal that 7th seed. I'm very
okay.
Why her? Why did she have to be the Lions? I just looked up and saw that. What's happening here?
Why you go ahead? Is that?
It's BLSG.
That's BLSG.
For the Viking? Okay. Packers. It's interesting but in a funny way. So Packers, I also have losing, but at 8-9. And the main reason why is because Jordan Love is going to win 2 games until Sean Clifford takes by, and that's when they are going to get majority of their wins.
Speak it to existence.
Yes.
You think Jordan Love gets?
Oh, that boy not good. Looking at, and I'm trying to find Green Bay.
Sean Clifford's going to come in
Looking at it.
and take over like Matt Flynn.
Up until they face the Rams at week 9. Jordan Love's going to win 2 games. And then Sean Clifford's going to come in and go 6-4. They're going to be like, well, we got to get more receivers for him now. And we're going to build around Sean Clifford now. Sorry, Jordan. Bye. I do not believe in Jordan Love. I do not. But Sean Clifford.
I don't either. I think he's butt.
Love.
You
It's
gotta
time.
show me something.
And again, just having Jair on your team, it just makes it a lot easier. Stop it. Your list just went from 1 to 3. I don't care. I do not care.
It's his list. Let him cook. Let him
Also,
cook.
Jaden
hey,
Reed gonna
Coach.
be wide receiver 1. I don't even care.
Coach, Damian Square is obviously the Bears. So Sora's got the Bears going 5-12.
Coach, you should have seen my takes. I think
I have the Lions at 10-7. I've got them second in the division. Obviously first in the division by this, I've got the Vikings at a repeat of 12-5. Yes, I know they lost Dalvin Cook. I do think having a full year and a full off season of getting TJ Hawkinson ready will help them.
His name's Hawkins Sauce.
Hawkins Sauce, you're right. I apologize.
Hawkins Sauce.
Sorry. I sorry. But yeah, no, having a full year of Hawkins Sauce is going to really help. I think Jordan Addison, yes, he's already gotten in trouble. Let's hope that's just the only time he gets in trouble. You know, I do think that's going to help take pressure off at least. It's going to be interesting running back wise of what's going to happen. If they roll fully with Madison or if they do get somebody, who knows? I think defense is still going to suck, but I do believe Brian Flores is going to fix what little they have there.
Yep.
I think Brian Flores is going to be a good defensive coordinator. But
Yo, Matt, this man Max,
man, is going to be Packers win the division hands down.
they gonna be
Yeah.
butt. They gonna be butt.
He said, "Yeah."
All right.
Nobody's got the Lions 5-12.
What's the smooth jazz review?
I've got Lions second in the division, making
I'll give it a
the
2.
locking up the 7th seed in the wild card.
I'll give your list a 2. I think
Yeah, I give it a 2.
Vit's got the only one from the quarterback guru himself, Dante.
Listen, there's a lot of question marks with both the Bears and the Packers, in my opinion. Again, the only person who remained constant from last year's offensive lineman was their left tackle. Everybody else moved either positions, or they are new faces, or they are a rookie. Defense is just a question mark. I mean, yes, you've got your linebackers and Jaquan Brisker, but even then, I feel like there's a lot of holes in that defense. And besides St. Brown, who struggles staying healthy, and DJ Moore, I don't really think they have much.
All right, then.
And then
All
Sean
right.
Clifford's just gonna take over for the Packers and win 6 games for them. So, you know.
Dante, you seem
that would be crazy.
You seem a little
That's why,
triggered.
Dante, when you said Sean Clifford, I was like,
Yeah, Sean Clifford, bro. Hey, all he needs to do is have somebody to teach him to be consistent. I mean, we saw what we saw last year in the Rose Bowl. Yo, that dude was fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I mean, again, like Hayden said, all he's got to do is just hand off to the running backs.
Aaron Jones.
Mhm.
Sean Clifford can do that quite well.
And
All
then
right.
Dylan.
So Sor got his for the NFC North. This is Hayden's.
8 and 9. I mean,
Who's your division winner, Hayden?
it's
Because
Hayden
he didn't tell me that.
Lions.
11, 6. And even then, I can look back at some of these games for the Bears and go, yeah, they could win those instead.
Lions is his division winner. I mean, this is not
It's not terrible.
It's not crazy.
I mean, again, I can see the Bears with. I look back at the Bears' schedules and I go, yeah, they could win that. I could see them at like 6 or 7.
There's
But
so
just-
many.
You gave it to me in 1 to 4 order. I didn't know that. You got to specify, dog. I'm not a damn Da Vinci Code decipherer.
He said 001001110. All right, got it.
Yeah, I know, right?
He said binary code, got it.
He ain't no ninja.
He just sticks out his finger, USB.
I mean, Doctor
cord,
Strange,
pops out
my
and just
favorite
goes-
superhero, but I didn't have all the possibilities in my head and came down to one.
He said,
Goddamn. So Hayden's is all right. I don't mind it.
Hayden's is all right.
2. I give it a 2.
Yeah,
I think
I give it like a 2.1. You know what I'm saying?
I give it a
I
2.
think it's interesting he had Detroit.
Vic,
not
you're muted, bud.
No, I can hear him.
No, he's not. I can hear
Never
him.
mind, I just can't hear you. I'm
I
done.
was about to say what?
Maybe you were just really quiet on my part then. I don't know.
This is
I don't know what
Manny's.
happened there.
Why you
Man.
hating on Doctor Strange, man?
Manny actually gave it a
Well,
listen.
Doctor Strange is great.
Oh, and Hayden, if you're still watching, if the Packers have a winning record, I will get a cheesehead. I will literally just get a
Hayden's
cheese.
is a 5.
I got mine downstairs, bro.
Hayden
Just
didn't
for
give me a
the- just for the
cheesehead.
co-
That's why Sean Clifford's taking over.
I can respect
Hey,
that.
I get that man the whole Dr. Squatch package, bro.
I had to get my own Dr. Squatch.
So yeah, that's That's
And,
Manny's.
which is literally the same.
Hold on,
as
Manny
Dante.
gained it in the list.
Well, it's literally the same as Dante's. So
And Don's is literally almost Hayden's, except he's got the Vikings winning.
Well, what was the tiebreaker? I would love to know.
That's a great question. Thinking probably they got more division wins than the Lions do. If I had to guess how Don did it.
oh, Hayden, you're gonna
So.
love Tony's. You're gonna love Tony's predictions.
And this is Tony's. Damn, he got y'all winning 3.
I love it. I love it for Tony's. I love Tony's list.
Somebody go check on Hayden, bro.
Again, where's the meme of the monkey on the ventilation system? Just like
You got to give him the one that it's the dude that says emotional damage.
Yeah, I know. I gotta get that one too.
I got it. I got that clip. I got that clip on my screen.
This guy
stinks.
I love it.
3-14.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I like.
Oh, wait, quick question before we do that. We do that quick transition.
Yep.
Say if the Packers would be at like 3-14, does Matt LaFleur stay around?
I give him
Yeah.
him the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt because expectations are kind of. Oh no! Oh.
Coach said. He said, "What was that list?" He said, "What was that list?"
Yeah. You got to start him out on the small square, bro. Whenever something happens, Hayden start talking that blasphemous stuff. What did he say?